Dragon Age The Veilguard is going to have headlines like this in a year. Alan Wake 2, remember that game? A game that Sweet Baby Inc. had its hands all over? Well, still, and this isn't an old article, to this day, November 1st, 2024, that's when this was published, Alan Wake 2 still hasn't quite made its money back according to Remedy's latest financials. You know what they did recently? I was in a store that still sells video games, and I noticed Alan Wake 2 was like $70-something. And I'm like, Alan Wake 2, this game is so old. Well, they actually re-released it in a complete edition. Apparently it has DLC and stuff. And it was up there in price. I was kind of shocked. I'm like, this is an old game. Why is this so expensive? Well, that's because they're trying to make the money back for the game. And apparently, re-releasing this as a physical deluxe edition is helping make up some of the difference that the game has lost. So we'll see if that works. I'm not quite sure this game is ever going to bring any money back to the table. And good on the gamers for doing that, because Sweet Baby needs to be a death kiss to anything it touches. Now, the reason that I brought this up was to talk about Dragon Age, which is dying. So we are now down to 34,000 players peak. This game has not even been out that long. It's supposed to be a very lengthy game. This is a game where you make choices. So usually, if it's as good as they say, I mean, this is a 9 out of 10 game, right? One of the greatest games of all time. You would think people would be replaying it to see the other choices they can make. So the rumors out there are saying that this game has barely sold over 1 million copies, putting it in kind of an Alan Wake 2 situation. Not quite selling enough to make profit. I think this game probably needs to sell over 5 million copies to make money. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen, despite probably sweeping the Game Awards, which I'm going to tell you right now, this game sweeps the Game Awards. Remember that year that Last of Us Part 2 came out and it won like every game award there was? It's going to be the same thing with this. Now, let's get to the main story here. And I want to be very clear. This is rumor. I cannot verify this. But I think they've both been pretty good with the stuff they've put out. And that's Smash JT and Endymion. So they've dropped a lot of data from how this game is performing, what the sales look like, and I think that there's a lot of panic going on at Bioware. So this would make sense. They want to find out who's actually leaking the details to Smash JT and Endymion. Instead of, self-reflecting and figuring out why the hell nobody wanted to play Gender Guard, let's just go after the people that are making us look bad and look like clowns. Instead of celebrating our win, they're making us look like asses because nobody's buying our game. So Fandom Pulse put this out, written by John F. Trent, and here is the juicy details. Smash JT shared that there is an ongoing investigation to try to find who these leakers are. Think about this for a second. BioWare, instead of taking accountability, realizing what they've done is wrong and trying to fix it moving forward, have now tried to project their issues and try to find who these people are, trying to call it out elsewhere because they're afraid for their job if it gets called out internally, because you're not allowed to be critical of any of the decisions at this company if you work there. That would make this similar to Concord. Remember what happened at Concord? Apparently a studio full of toxic positivity, and no one was really allowed to criticize anything. It seems like this isn't just a Sony problem. This is an industry-wide problem, where if you have these kind of DEI-filled games, you're not allowed to criticize it. They'll just throw the buzzwords at you. You're an istophobe, so why are you against this? Obviously, the modern audience is there. They're going to want to play this. And that doesn't happen. Smash JT then shared details from this second source who detailed what was happening in Bioware. Some employees called for retribution against the original whistleblower. He added, they're far more concerned with silencing any kind of whistleblower than actually addressing the issues within the company. And I'm not surprised by that at all. I'm not surprised at all. Then he talks about the toxic culture there. I believe it. I mean, it's pretty obvious how bad things are there. Look at the game they made. There's a reason people are calling it Gender Guard. So we'll see what happens. I hope whoever's leaking this shit out is careful. Don't get caught. Because, I mean, I don't know how bad you need the job or not. Sounds like this person is miserable working there anyway. Maybe it's time to seek greener pastures, as they say. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed, hit that notification bell. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.